How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii channel. Yes, it is. It is Thursday, December 2nd. Wow, something's weird with this. And time is ticking now. It's ticking. There's tension in the air. I don't know. Because I just had a sip of coffee. You saved me. So, yes, for me, the procedure's on. It's on top of my mind, so I'm just going to say it and get it over with. I got the kind of thing going on Monday, which is December 6th. And they keep me for a day, so I get to wake up in the hospital all bang up on December 7th. And I don't have a ride there yet, so it's just a little tense because she can't do it. And this morning, I have to run off right after this and get tested, which I think looks a little bit like this nowadays. So if you want to know if the test is going to happen, put your head back a little bit. Now put your head back and you feel it at the back of your nose. Oh, thank you. Come back. We will have your results in a day. I don't know. They're going to do one of those tests and then, to see if I'm clear. And I'm double vaxxed and boosted, so it's probably clear. Yesterday, I got my doctor clearance. She was talking to me. This is the other one, so I was like, talked about this and that and that and this. And she's like, I'm going to clear you. Almost like, because she's taking a risk too. But, clearing, EKG, and they're concerned with sleep apnea stuff nowadays, because if you have that thing and your anesthesia and you're out and it's tube, I got sleep apnea, but I don't have sleep apnea. I don't know yet, actually. I'm supposed to go for a test. So all kinds of factors about how dangerous the anesthesia stuff part is. And if you wake up and they don't want you to have heart attacks and strokes. You go under and you wake up, it's like, Aah! So, healthy enough to be surgically manipulated. Anyways, I'm trying not to think about it. That's all there is. Have a nice recovery. But today is the 2nd of December. I went yesterday to the mall. If you see up here, there's this little loop clip here of some of my Shakespeare buddies, Peter and Jim. And they invited me down to the mall. See that little vax card? That's a vax. So much for December 1st. Oh, we're all reopening. There's places and you're still carded. And if you went to a restaurant, you'd be carded. So you have to have your vaccine card that you get vaxxed and carded. Just places like that where you don't have to wear your mask indoor. Other than that, you wear your mask indoor. outside, I don't think you have to wear your mask and there's larger gatherings. But people are, I mean, for no restrictions, it's pretty confusing. It's no restrictions, but... And so, be factored into it. Now we got the first thing on the list of what is in the news is we don't have a... Still don't got the paper going on yet. I don't got the paper. This guy here, he was busted stealing a case of tequila. That's where life's going. He stole tequila. Tequila. So this is what's going on. Thumbnail. I don't know. See, right here, it's like, I don't know if this is doing anything here. It's all sort of a weird reaction after the fact. Everyone knew beforehand. It was like the boy who cried wolf, 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 and no one's listening. No, it's not like that. It's like no one heeded the call or warning. Now it happened. But how intense it happened is, okay, so how much of a contamination? It went into a well, a water well, right next to the base. So they're pulling up water from the water well to the housing, in the military housing, and they got this petroleum, and it's even in the school. So it's contaminated there. Now, is that well, I'm not picking on you, but if that well, right, if it spreads out, you know, how much of a contamination? That's what I'm thinking. Because if you go uphill, and there's a larger well up there that doesn't have the tainted water. Nah, you're just BSing yourself and everybody else, and that's what I think they're doing. They're trying to downplay it because they've been BSing this thing the whole time. So basically, it's contaminated, just like right now. How much? Because if it was a huge, I think there was 14,000 gallons of fuel water. So I think fuel leaked and they just doused it with water and it went flushing down. Kind of like cover up. That's what I'm thinking. But it's fuel water. Now that's going into the side, off the side, and it's going into that well area. And it's a lot they're detecting. There's like pans of water. This guy's holding up the bottle of water. Here, drink this. No. So now they're just going, yeah, well, you know, and Christmas trees. We got real Christmas trees. All right. What can you do, right? Sudoku. You can do Sudoku. Go over there, Sudoku. Back in the day. This is what kids look like when I was in elementary school. 14-year-old Eric Chapman left Makaha and his friend Timmy, M-I-E, Timmy Mesa standing in front of Eric's illegally erected clubhouse. Boys, I hate to tell you about your clubhouse, but that's illegally erected. We don't want no illegal erections from you guys. 1974. So, falling in to apply for building. It was after he issued a citation for failing to apply for a building permit from the city. So they made a clubhouse and they got citation. Okay, you gotta see the faces on these guys, right? Okay, this is 1974. You make sure you get to see the picture. You see the picture? You see the picture? Hey, what? The clubhouse? It's also to see this picture. Hey, cite them! It's illegal! What the heck? 14. And try him as an adult. Oh yeah, we're gonna have thunderstorms coming through for the whole weekend, so that's another thing. Oh no. Oh no. Perhaps for more Vaccine. Now, I don't know about this. Let's check. Get out of that. I don't know about this Omicron. What a name. What kind of name is Omicron? They're going down the list and they skipped over a couple of Greek letters. One was Chi because it's XI. It's like the first name of the Chinese president. They say, no, don't use that one. And another one was, I don't know, Nu, N-U. And they're like, no, they don't want to use that one because it sounds like N-E-W. We got the new variant. Oh, it's new. What's the name of it? It's the new variant. Yeah, okay, but what's the name of it? It's like Abbott and Costello. So now you have a Marvel's comic Avenger universe name of Omicron. But I don't know. The way it looks there is we don't have much information is pretty much the bottom line. So bite your nails. It doesn't look that bad. Like just because it's a new variant doesn't mean it's automatically the monster. But one thing is for sure is there's so many variations. It's on the like the inside part is pretty much the same, but the variations are on the outside part, the little protein little sticker spikes and that the ones that go over and try to connect to cells. That's where all the variations are. So there's like amazing amount of variations. It's like designer. It's like, how do you call it? Bedazzled variations. So they're wondering if there's so many variations, it's got to be doing something. So they're wondering if it can be more transmissible, or the people who caught it in Africa were like 20 something and they were mild cases. So when people catch regular COVID classic shit. They were catching mild cases because they were 20-somethings. 20-something will get COVID is typically a mild symptomatic case. But they don't know if it's even going to go far. It's in the USA now. It's in the USA. And it's typical how it got in the USA. It got in the USA because somebody traveled to South America and came back. So the biggest variant of transmissibility on this Omicron is that it can plane travel. This is a big variant. It can get plane tickets. So yeah, that's what we got. One guy went somewhere, caught it, brought it back, and then went to an anime convention. So Anime Con convention of 53,000 people. Oopsie. But I think it works. The vaccine so far works because they're looking at people in Africa that are coming into the hospital are basically unvaccinated. So they found a new way to figure this out. How do you know? Well, they found a way to do a stool sample. I guess this is like more. They'll take the sewage from the city, right, just outside the city of South Africa. They got these things everywhere. But here's this little city. It's a pretty big city. The sewage comes out. They test the sewage like in a consistent way, so it's kind of scientific. And basically, they have a stool sample of the population, and they can test the spike of the inside, the RNA of COVID, SARS-CoV-2. They know the inside is there. It goes up, but they don't know what variant it is. So that's like, what's up, doc? So it's all kind of wear your mask, get your booster, and the one scientist says, "Hey, it's good it's in the U.S. You know why? Because now you've got your sample that you can do the testing." This is the guy that first mapped out its DNA. Okay, you got an epidemiology headache now? Okay, look. Oh, look what's in this. This is wash it away with sports. Mahini. Oh, this guy. Oh, check out this guy. Oh, Cadero. UH Cadero enters transfer portal. Basically, they got this quarterback at the UH, Rainbow football. Rainbow Warriors football, UH. And they got the quarterback guy, and he's like, you know what? I might want to transfer. Everyone's like, oh no! And they're looking at all these variables of it's the coaching, it's this, it's what happened. Like maybe the guy just like went, forget it, I'm going someplace else. And I think it's like the transfer portal. That's why you went down there. We were looking at. Oh, this one was it. Do we have any time for? Let me see the editor. I don't know. We have this. People are dying from this. It's time to get the kids vaccinated. Back then, it was, they're dying from it. Time to get the kids. Oh my gosh. No, this one nowadays they're dying from this. Fake news. Big news. Okay. See, let me read one of these. I don't know. Or should we? The tourism speak out against moving the fuel tanks. Moving the fuel tanks. Bad outcomes. Oh my gosh. Rioters. Oh my god, they're stealing catalytic converters. I don't even know what to read here. If there's any time. Oh, let's do this one. The police. People who flee police cause bad outcomes. See what someone's opinion is on this. A few days ago, I watched a local TV news story about police pursuits, and never heard a single reference to the fundamental reason for them. Namely, the failure of people to pull over and stop when directed by the police. That's why they run away. Fleeing a police stop is a criminal offense, regardless of outcome, but like every instance of a bad outcome, it is behavior of the pursued that initiates that outcome. Concern for the innocent public is paramount, as in the consideration displayed when police contemplate shooting in a crowd. You know, it all started like with the Rodney King one, I think, way back when. I don't know if it's still controversial, but Rodney King was hyped up on drugs. It was hardcore drugs. He's hyped up. He's going through a neighborhood in LA, like a 25 mile an hour neighborhood, like 100 miles an hour. So there. Outcomes. Steps proposed to make safer criminal apprehensions are welcomed, as in the case of strict guidelines covering pursuits. But don't make it seem as as though fleeing from traffic stops is not serious. The news story message is, quote, back off, police, end quote. But where's the outrage, condemnation, chastising, and disgust of all those who flee? Changing human behavior requires increased public attention and emphasis through citizen reduction. Citizen reduction as an aid in obtaining compliance. Kenneth F. Nelson, Waipahu. Thank you. It's almost like you're a behaviorologist. Tourism leaders should speak out on Red Hill. The tourism leaders. You know that Red Hill thing? I'll tell you what about the Red Hill thing, eh? It's not so bad, eh? Just drink some other kind of water and ignore it. Wait for the testing. Department of Health tested the water here. The Navy sent a sample to the mainland for testing. It just goes to show. Anyways, it's time for testing for me. You know, run off, maybe edit a little bit, and then run off and get my final little gate. And then I have the excuse except get a ride. Oh. Anyways, aloha. Aloha. Better days are happening. Just hang in. Bye. Aloha. Tiny